What's happening, my film friends? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Nightcrawler. Should I say the obvious joke that it isn't the X-Men character? No, I will not! Everyone, I will not. But I kinda did. I suck. Anyways, Nightcrawler, of course, stars Mr. Jake Gyllenhaal, and this is basically just gives you an insight of, well, not to ever watch the local news ever again. Nightcrawler sees Jake Gyllenhaal, who's like a guy who, he's a little off. Slightly off, but he's fairly smart, and, you know, he's kind of, doesn't really have a job, he's unemployed, but he gets by. He finds out that there's these people that are referred to as Nightcrawlers, these people that just, you know, they have police scanners, they're just out all night trying to find, you know, car crash happens, a shooting happens, any kind of crime that happens, they're on there, they're there with their camera, seeing what's going on, and of course, they sell that footage that they've shot to whatever the highest bidder, I guess you could say, of whatever news channel needs it. Hey, they got it. Highest bidder, you can have it. So he gets involved with it, and he, you know, he's fairly good at it. And, you know, he starts doing that. He hires, like, some dude off the street to help him out, and everything seems to be going his way, but then, you know, stuff kind of starts unraveling, and stuff becomes immoral, and, well, that is Nightcrawler. What did I think of Nightcrawler? I'm not gonna lie, when I walked out of the theater, I was very bewildered just because it's been a while since I've been so disgusted, yet so inspired by a film, which made it a great fucking movie. Wow, guys. I mean, okay. This movie is shot great. It's acted perfectly. Jake Gyllenhaal is a shoo-in for an Oscar nomination. Shit you not. He lost like 30 pounds. You don't even see Jake Gyllenhaal, which is what everybody's saying. You don't see the pretty boy, you know, that all the girls like because he has that smile. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal has really impressed me with the choices of roles he's chosen in his past. You know, Prisoners, Enemy, and this one, holy shit. If you haven't seen any of those movies I just listed, you know, of course, this one, go see those movies, Prisoners, Enemy, and then, of course, this one. He's really choosing some awesome roles, and this one is his best performance ever. He's so creepy. He's very creepy, but like I said, he's so smart. And of course, you know, he is off, but when you're just listening to him, like his business motto and everything that he goes by, just the way he sees things, you kind of go, I see his point. And see, that's what I was struggling with, because I was so disgusted by just the content of, like, you know, the world of a Nightcrawler, because apparently, you know, this is what kind of happens. Maybe it was a little exaggerated in the movie, but this is the way it is. And the fact of the matter is, you got these people out there that are trying to make, like, the biggest dollar on people who are hurt, on people who just went through a crazy ordeal, and of course cops and firemen and ambulance people trying to do their jobs, and you got these guys, camera in their face, you know, this is worse, way 100 times worse than paparazzi. And of course news, I fucking hate news. I never watch the news because it's all a bunch of bullshit. I mean, 90 to 95% of what you hear of that magic box on the TV from these newscasters are absolute bullshit, and they don't care about anything. It actually took the drive home and, like, me talking to myself to realize, like, why I felt, you know, disgusted by the movie, but, you know, but it's still being good. I'm not saying I was like, oh, this movie sucked. I was just disgusted by how the world works in this movie and how it, like, you know, this is kind of real life. But I was also, I felt inspired and connected to it. And I figured out why, because, you know, his business motto is just, he's so smart with it. And he even, like, his character even claims that he's not, like, super educated. He wasn't, like, really college educated, but if the information's out there, you can grab it. I don't know how many times, like, even with editing, special effects, with anything that I needed to do, I could just type it in on YouTube and find a how-to video, and there's just so much information out there that you almost go, why do we need school? Of course, we still need school. I'm not saying we don't, but, I mean, fucking Google, man. I always say I went to the University of YouTube. Here I am. But it's also about being first, okay? Now this is where I really connected with it, and this is where I was like, it just kind of inspired me because, you know, being a YouTuber and doing what I do, I mean, you guys know, like, fans, which I love you guys, fans that have been following me for a while, that follow my random videos about Batman vs. Superman, Adventures, all the big movies, and I try to cover them first. I try to, you know, trailer leaks, footage leaks, I'm always out there to grab it and everything like that. I always want to be the first one, like, on the scene, which is kind of like what this movie has. He wants to be first on the scene. Now, mind you, what he does to accomplish this sometimes and the twisted shit that he gets involved with, yeah, I would never fucking do any of that. But, you know, when Comic-Con happened and, like, the Batman vs. Superman teaser trailer dropped, you know, I pulled it, I found it, I pulled it, and I find certain loopholes where I won't get dinged for copyright and everything like that. And, you know, I find a way to get it out there, even though some people just want it handed to them. They get pissed at me because I didn't post it on my YouTube channel. But I understood what it took to just be first. Just to be first with the news or information. And that's just kind of how I like to run my YouTube channel. And that's where it just... this, like, even though what he does in the movie and, you know, the content that he deals with is just totally disgusting and you just horrid, you don't even, you can't even fathom, like, what goes in these people's heads that do this stuff. But, you know, I just related to it because, you know, I want to be first when it comes to, like, big news of these big movies. And that's just, it connected with me, and that's why I walked out going, wow, I'm so disgusted by the content of the story, even though I love the movie. But I connected with it. The story, the screenplay, the script, fantastic, great dialogue. Jake Gyllenhaal, like I said, Oscar worthy. He better be nominated, at least. Renee Russo was also in it. We haven't seen her in much, you know, in a while, and she does great. It's shot well. You do see a dark, grim LA, which, you know, you've seen that in, like, Drive or Collateral, and that's what I compare it to. Just like the way the tone is shot in LA for those two movies, it's apparent in this movie, and I fucking loved it. So there's my review, but does it belong on the wall of favorite movies of 2014? Yes, it does. So let me know if you saw Nightcrawler down below in the balls area and what you thought about it. And also hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And please visit filmjunkie.com for movie news, trailers, and film reviews. Well, alright guys, I am David, the Film Junkie, and I brought you a film review of Nightcrawler. Ha 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 ha. Wow. I mean, it's just really one of those movies that you just walk away, like, really thinking about. Ha! And just... yeah, I was just like, why am I relating to it? And then it's just because of that, being first with news and stuff like that. But of course, I have morals. Him not so much. That third act. Wow. Third act. Wow. Go see it, guys. Please go see it. Intense, gripping movie. Alright? Talk to you later.